Simply fucking just French Lulu saying the line.
Yeah. Moon, I have bad
Absolutely
news for you.
base.
Oh,
We convened to play League of Legends, so if you don't want to
No.
hear any
Oh,
of that, you should leave now.
well, oh no, I'm more curious what SSG was doing here. We have a podcast
I know.
to record.
I told Sleepy I have a podcast. I'm simply here waiting for you.
Just
Well,
do
you're
a-
here.
just
What are you
do
talking
a
about? I was
pod-
down there the entire time.
Just
were
do
you?
a-
Shit.
it's like telling your homies that you're gonna sleep, you know, and then you go in a full party on some fucking Rust or whatever the fuck.
Just do a podcast episode here. Just do it with the lads.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
Just call it a special.
I mean,
With
it's
people
been
yelling,
recording now.
"Gank me!"
Like, yeah, I've been chilling down there for the past 13 minutes.
Based.
I didn't scroll down. My bad. All right.
What episode is it? Call it a special.
That's
Yeah,
what are we at,
league
like
special.
64, 65?
Very special episode.
Alright.
Yeah.
Hi, all the viewers of Sad Baron Guy. Remember to subscribe, activate the bell, and never play League.
Yeah,
subscribe to his
don't
Patreon.
fucking play League, please. It's bad.
And follow him on Twitter and like his tweets.
Yeah.
He has banger after banger over there.
He does.
Remember to not join the server so you can continue your parasocial relationship.
Yep.
Yeah,
Go
exactly.
out a server that you don't or do not participate in.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna...
Alright, see ya.
Oh, he's gone.
Hello.
Ah!
Thanks for waiting for me.
You're welcome. Damn, fucking VC's lighting up. That's one of those moments
Yeah.
where you check like the server tab on the left hand side, and then you see like all these icons plus 2 people. Like, damn. Must be everyone partying there, but no, it's just a League game and a podcast.
I honestly I feel quite bad because I was like, oh, podcast's coming up. I've been waiting for the last 90 minutes, and I clicked on Discord on my phone, and I was like, okay, well, I saw I had a message from Sleepy asking me if I wanted to play League, and I was like, sorry, I've got the pod to do, but I can hop into VC. So I hopped into VC, and I didn't scroll down to check the podcast channel, which apparently you were in.
Indeed. And then I scroll up and I see, yeah.
Yes. So I hadn't forgotten. I was just retarded and didn't check.
Fair enough.
So how have you been?
I've been good. Great, actually, kind of. Except for all the parts that aren't great. Just, like, not sleeping well and shit.
Right.
Yeah?
Well, I was just going to ask, but apart from that, all right. I've had one of the most stressful weeks of my life. It's not been a great time, I'll say that. I had 3 essays due in this week. 2 of which were the final ones for 2 of my classes. So, yeah, it's been a lot.
So were your arguments strong enough, or?
I don't know about those. Well, the first essay I completed 90 minutes before deadline. The second one I completed an hour before deadline. And the one today, literally 2 hours ago, I finished 20 minutes before deadline. Fuck my most recent 2, actually, because they were, their hand-in times were 4 o'clock. Like 4 p.m. Whereas normally they're at like midnight, so it meant I had to take the day's classes off to finish them.
It's almost like the
Um,
dude wanted to see whether or not they showed up rather than just like waking up and it was like, oh, yeah, they're all there.
Yeah. Which doesn't make sense because it's going to take them a fucking month to mark them and then another month for them to be moderated. So.
Damn.
But yeah, big Zam moment.
So is it like just chilling for the next month or so, or what?
In terms of like, oh fuck, there's a lot of pressure to do this shit. That's all gone now, and now I just have to catch up with my Japanese, for my like exams and stuff, and do my readings for my classes, and watch 4 different Chinese propaganda films. So it's not like I'm like free, but I haven't been able to play anything in like a week. So now that's over. Now I can actually try and watch stuff and play stuff. So, well, I would, but I actually have something on that too.
Is the answer there that you don't want to play anything but League and you see that as a problem?
No, my answer to that is I got a laptop. Finally, because I really, really fucking needed one. And that's what I've been using. I haven't booted up my PC since Sunday. Just because I haven't needed to. Like, the only reason I'm doing this on here is because I don't have a compatible cable for the Blue Yeti.
You
to my
don't have a
laptop.
USB?
I don't have USB Type A.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Crazy.
indeed. Actually, I mean, that was a saga in and of itself, getting the laptop. So,
Well, I know it's been a long time coming.
yeah. Well, I mean, the whole week's kind of merged into one, so like, I can just talk at length about that if you're okay.
Sure. But I was thinking more just along the lines because like the reason the fucking podcast damn near ended was because you were like, yeah, I'm thinking of just getting a laptop and selling this to my brother.
Yeah.
God, that was a fucking saga.
Yeah, which again, I'll get onto that too. Actually, that's came back up.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, under more understandable circumstances, I think. But okay, so I really need a laptop. Especially more like now that when I go to Japan, I can't bring my desktop.
True.
So I need a computer I can do shit on. So I need a laptop, and I need a good laptop.
Needs to be able to run Kato Shoujo at 720p.
Yeah, exactly. Only the best shit. So I did my like budgeting and shit until I go, and I had 2 options. I had like get one like right now, when my term starts, or get one in Japan. I can't get like, which is 8 months away, and throughout my first term, basically at university here, they all assume you have laptops. So I was a pen and paper guy, and it was fucking cancer, because if I had an online lesson, which I did every week, I couldn't be in university and still do it because I didn't have a laptop that could connect. Library computers weren't supported, also didn't have audio, shit like that, or cameras. It was a pain. And it sucks that I felt like I had to get one, but it was also like being at study groups and shit, and just having to research shit on my phone. Or if I had a Japanese class and we were reading text, I couldn't read it because it was on my phone. So, and being able to do essay work and shit there, I really needed one. So, I decided to take the plunge. The problem was, my first week, so this week has all been online because of Omicron outbreak.
The cases are going up. There's
Yeah.
cases. Someone coughed somewhere. Fucking. Oh.
Yeah. So
I'll
I
get
had
back to
to.
that later as well.
All right. So, I needed something that I could get that day, as well, for like my afternoon classes. Now, I'll just be upfront about this. I got a MacBook. That's what I got. And I fucking love it. But I knew what I was getting into. Already it was going to be a laptop. I wasn't going to be doing much gaming, so I was checking like game compatibility, and most of the games I play are compatible and run, and it's powerful enough to.
Yeah, but you're going to
run them.
Japan.
Yeah.
Well, what about all the Japanese games?
Right. The Japs have consoles.
Yeah, fair enough. True. Yeah, you can probably bring your fucking Switch with you.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much why I got it. So, yeah, it's
So that I can play Mario in a language I don't understand.
indeed. So it's like, okay, I can't play Cyberpunk or like Red Dead Redemption 2. All right, they're out. Fair enough. I'll tank that.
Damn, I can't play these two games I haven't even played.
So, I picked. I went to the Apple Store, and it turns out when you spend a lot of money at the Apple Store, you get different treatment. Because I've been in the Apple Store a few times to get shit repaired, and I have to wait for like 20 minutes. Oh, I'm jumping ahead actually. So, well,
Oh no, this just sounds funny. Go.
What sounds funny?
Just the concept, like, yes, people like you when you spend money.
Yeah, I know, it's shocking, right? But so the problem with getting the laptop that I wanted is that it's just after Christmas, so everybody's getting it, and they're also new, and they're also great, and they benchmark well. So a lot of people who've been wanting to upgrade that shit as well are also getting them. So luckily they had one in stock, but it meant I had to get it at midnight. So I got it at like 3 minutes past midnight. Great. Fantastic. Put my appointment in because you can't just walk in. Put my appointment for 10 a.m. and wake up and get it. Thing was, I was like a kid before Christmas. And I couldn't get to sleep at all. So come like 6:30 a.m. and I'm like fucked because I either go to sleep and miss the appointment and then I can't do my afternoon lessons, or I just stay up, get it, come back, and then be too tired and go to sleep and fuck up my sleep schedule and miss my lessons. So I went to sleep, of course, and I woke up. So my appointment was at 10. The city is half an hour away, and I woke up at 9:30. So
he woke up, he sniffed his armpit, thought it was good enough, grabbed his skateboard, grabbed the toast as soon as it popped out of the toaster, and ran out the door to early 2000s rock.
Bruh, I didn't even do the sniff test. Didn't even get it. Just grab my shit, run out the door. Yeah. Made it, and I get there, and now it's 10 past, and my appointment window is 10 to 10:15. And it's 10 past 10, and there's a massive fucking queue. There's like 20 people in this queue. I'm like, oh, fuck.
And
Alright, I'm not gonna
all of
make
them are like balding, fucking neck beards. Basically, Dr. Lolly.
No, Dr. Lolly's
No,
stylish.
not him. The other one. Fucking.
Oh, yes, Dr.
In fact, he was right in front of you.
Yeah. Bronson, that's it. Yeah, no, it was actually, man, a lot of older women, actually.
Yeah, that
Like,
sounds about right, actually.
Yeah,
It
40s
was
plus.
one of the things because my mate's mum used a lot of Apple products because she was doing a photography course and shit, and we all gave her shit for it.
Mm. Well, was that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, so I get in the queue, and obviously, yeah, this soy boy is going through everyone, like walking up the line, and he's like, "What are you here for?" "Oh, repairs." "What are you here for?" "Oh, I just need to get something for my son." "Okay." What are you here for?" "Oh, I'm here to pick up something I bought." And it's like, "Oh, what did you get?" I say, I got a MacBook. And man was like Moses parting the Red Sea. He was like, fucking get this guy in, right? I'm like, oh shit. So I go in, and suddenly there's like people just coming up to me, like straight like, oh, like, may I have your details, sir? Oh, please have a seat here, not at the back, right at the front, please. Oh, it was so fucking. I mean, that's the thing. I've been there quite a lot. Yeah, I've never had anything like it. And this woman was way too over enthusiastic for 10 o'clock in the morning. She was like everything.
I don't know if you have it, but I like basically where employers get the 90-day free trial sort of thing.
Oh, like probation.
Kinda? I don't know. Like there's a like over here there's a 90-day window after you sign your employment contract where your employer can terminate it for any reason.
I don't know about that, but I've also never had proper employment. So.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Basically, if obviously it was a big thing when like COVID hit. Like suddenly all these people just started a job and the shit hit the fan.
Yeah, they all let go.
Employers could basically let them go consequence free. It also gets abused. Like there was a thing back when I was unemployed. Apparently, like some stores and shit kind of got a reputation for having like a high turnover rate, and just that they'd fire them at like the 80-day mark just to get like more people in. And then the people would just stop sending them like applicants. So that was a fun time.
So I know about probation. I don't know if we have something specific.
But the point is like that she's kind of on that like new wave and needs to like not have the shit hit the fan in the first 90 days.
Yeah. That's what she was perfectly nice. She was too nice. She was like,
"There's a fucking joke in there. That's I fucked it up, but there was a joke in there."
Well, yeah. Basically, she was. She works in retail. She should not be that happy at her job. Was essentially it. And yeah, she's like, "Oh, do you need my help setting everything up?" And it's like, "No, I'm fine. Let's see if it fits in my bag, right? Because I don't want to be walking around the city with a fucking Apple bag." So I'm trying to fit it in my backpack, and she's like, "Oh, let me help you. Yeah. Do you want, and she's like, okay, she's not even shilling me anything, which is of course what they always do.
Yeah, they're not getting you to sign up for the fucking earbuds.
Yeah, no. She's just being useful. That's what I mean. She's not trying to get me to spend any more money. Doesn't show anything. She's again great. She's just really enthusiastic, and I'm fucking dead on my feet. But eventually, I guess. So thank you very much. It was the most satisfying shopping experience I've ever had. I was in and out in like a few minutes. Again, yeah. All you need to do is spend a lot of money. You'll get great service.
It's how it works where I'm there. Like if you're the guy I know who's coming in every Tuesday to spend like $3,000 on fucking food because you own a restaurant, yes, I'm gonna help you. I don't give a fuck about that middle-aged woman who's gone to the lolly aisle had a walkthrough and is trying to find where the fucking plastic bags are. You don't belong here.
So,
I do love the Irish guy who runs the pub though. He's a nice dude. He comes in often.
Does he get all his alcohol from you?
No, yes and no. Like truth be told, like the spirits aisle is like really shittily priced. You're like better off just going to the bottle store. But
Okay.
no, he comes for like all the, because you know it's a tavern. You buy food there as well, so he comes in for like the fish and chips.
Right.
And,
Okay. Yeah,
and the
makes
buns
sense.
and what have you.
Well, fine. You know, everything was fine. I was too tired to like shop or do anything like that. I'd got my shit, and I went to the bus stop, and then I got on the bus, and then suddenly I was really fucking paranoid because I was like, oh shit, like fuck, I've got like one of the most expensive things I've ever bought is just in my fucking bag. No, did they see me? Did they follow me from the store? Or who's that guy who looks shifty? So I'm in like, it's just pure
Man
sleep
being Newcastle
deprivation.
thinks motherfuckers look shifty.
Honestly, it was literally just pure sleep deprivation at that point. Like, fucking sleep paranoia. But I survive and I make it home, and yeah, it's been fucking amazing. Now I'm very aware that a lot of people have very passionate feelings about Apple and shit. And like, I get that. I ain't gonna try and show anything, I think. But all I wanna say is I'm a reasonably well informed consumer, and I watch Linus Tech Tips semi regularly.
No, it's more
I-
than not me.
So I knew what I was getting into, and all the Apple products I own, I've been very satisfied with. So,
I only get my Apple products from the ethically sourced Taiwan factory.
the one with free range workers.
The one that uses the suicide net instead of the suicide spikes.
But yeah, so I set everything up. I will say though, the fucking screen is, oh my god, it's amazing. Like, I mean, I will say, I've only ever known 1080p. Like, okay, I've known more on like phone screens, but they're too small to really for that to matter, right? So
you know where it does fucking matter? When you
Where?
start taking up random fucking screenshots of shit. Like I forget what resolution my phone's at, but I'll take like a screenshot of the fucking of like something on Discord, and then I'll like crop it down to just like the name, and
Yeah.
then I look at it and it's like, damn, that's like fucking half the screen.
wait, like the name?
Yeah, like when it gets so zoomed in, but it's still essentially like 100% resolution.
Oh, right, yeah. It's a very yeah. I feel the same. Yeah, very satisfying.
You're like, damn, I've been looking at this all this time.
But yeah, and I still stand by it in a practical sense. It doesn't really matter, right? Like, so in terms of like actual screen, I've only ever known 1080p. I've only ever known 60 FPS, and like an actual size screen I can watch. And so to go to a cough, nearly 4K screen, cough, and a higher, I think it's 120 hertz, I think. Yeah, it's very satisfying.
Yeah, I mean the higher frame rate is definitely noticeable. It's the joys I've had with the 144 hertz screen.
Yeah, it's like just the little animations when you move shit around and whatever, and you just and also like just having like a good monitor as well. Like this one like has a bit of ghosting and shit like that. So just having a monitor that doesn't have that either. I say it's nearly 4K because it's I think it's 16 by 10, like the aspect ratio.
Oh yeah.
And so if I'm not mistaken, in terms of height, I think there's more pixels than 4K. But in terms of
With
in terms of the 10, it's more than a 16 by 9 4K. But in terms of the 16, I think it's like 100 pixels shy, 200 pixels shy, something like that. I think. So in terms of 16 by 9 4K, it's just under, but yeah. Also, yeah, having 16 by 10, being able to view 16 by 9 content and not be full screen, it's like something I never thought was even possible. Like being able to see my taskbar at the bottom, while watching something full. Yeah.
oh crazy.
And,
It's true actually.
yeah. It's like something I've literally never thought about
Oh,
until I have it, and now it's like, oh my god, how did I survive?
although
Um,
to be fair, at a point like that, I'm almost looking to not get distracted.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. That's fair. But God, sometimes you just want to be distracted, you know.
That's what the second
Um,
screen's for.
Yeah, that is the only thing I still obviously have not experienced. But technically I have because I can hook it up to my TV because I have an Apple TV box, so it's like easy to work, and so but it's very weird having a screen like on your lap on the sofa, and then having a second screen like technically in your field of view it's above it, but in reality it's behind it.
Yeah.
It was very discombobulating to like. I know what I'm doing. I know I have YouTube running on that and shit, and something on this, but it just doesn't feel right. In terms of gaming performance, in terms of gaming on a Mac, like I say, like 80% of the games I'm interested, like mainly the real casualties I'm having are essentially early access games that, because they're early access, they've only been developed on Windows.
Yeah.
That's really the only sort of like early access indie games are kind of the only casualties. But I can play Disco Elysium at like 4K max settings, stable 60 FPS. I can play my Paradox games, and all my indie games that are ported work fine. So that's But I'm also not trying to play games that I know are not going to run. I'm not going to boot up Doom or something like. I mean, I think technically it'll run, but like I'm not going to get a satisfying experience. So what's the point?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's. I'm very much liking it. I'm sure I'm still just in the honeymoon period, and I'll just return to being a tool like everything does. But for now, I am amazed by the things I'm finding. Yeah, that's Oh, actually, one annoying problem. Sorry, one annoying problem with it has been I have AirPods for my iPhone.
You do.
Yeah, and what it wants to do, because it's all about seamless integration, which 95% of the time is fucking amazing. It's amazing I can like search up something on my phone, click on the YouTube link, and it opens it on my desktop. Or like
See that
take
this is one of those one man's like junk is another man's treasure, because that's fucking terrifying to me.
Why is it terrifying?
I want them only talking to me. I don't want my machines talking to each other.
You've just got to embrace the soulless corporation already knowing everything about you.
Although I do it to fuck with people, because like for some reason, even out here, My phone can work as the TV remote for the Chromecast inside.
Oh, based.
So whenever the fucking like my nephews and shit are watching whatever the fuck they watch,
Mm.
it's a bounce between fucking Yu-Gi-Oh and like Let's Players, and I'll just like occasionally just like pick up my phone, pause it for 5 seconds, and then just start it up again.
Absolutely devilish. Yeah. Also, so what I wanted to say with the AirPods was just that it syncs automatically, and I remember being, I think I was in a call with my mother. I think I can't remember. I was on a call with someone, and I hear the Discord boop. You know, the bloop. For a message on Discord, which I haven't had on my phone for years. I'm always on Do Not Disturb. The thing is that I hadn't got around to disabling it on my MacBook. And my AirPods are simultaneously connected to both my MacBook and my phone. Which is like, if I'm playing music on my MacBook while I'm working, which is what I've had to be doing through my essays, and then it's like, okay, I'm gonna watch a new clip from Porn Stars on my phone while I have my cigarette. So I get my phone, I put my AirPods in, and it's still fucking playing. The song from the speakers is now in my ears. It's like, no, I want to do something else. Stop. Which I just had to tick a button, and it doesn't do that. But it also makes the audio quality really shit, because I was in a call with Sleepy and he was like, "What? You sound way worse than normal." It's like, oh yeah, it's probably because I'm connected on both devices and the audio is being routed.
It's because you're sitting next to your phone, but it's trying to route you through the fucking laptop.
Yeah, or I was outside, so yeah, it was trying to get into my house through the laptop to my it was because on Windows, if I'm on Windows and I'm on my phone and I'm connected to voice chat on my phone, then I have to disconnect and reconnect to desktop Discord, right? That's why I'm always leaving and coming back. Whereas that's not the same on the Mac. On the Mac, if I'm talking in the other room and my circle's green on my phone, and I'm looking at my MacBook on my screen, the circle is green on my Mac. It simultaneously connects me. Or it's like routing through it and shit. So it's just getting used to stuff, getting used to gestures, and all of that. But yeah, I really like it. It's very nice.
I'm happier when the machines know less about me than they should.
fair enough.
Like
But, I mean, that's the thing.
There was that fucking maybe you saw it, but like that video about like the shopping at Walmart in VR.
No, I haven't seen it.
It's out there somewhere. I just remember the part of it where they're like, oh, we just like checked your smart fridge. You already have a 1 gallon jug of milk at home. Maybe you should put that 1 gallon jug of milk in your trolley back. It's like, no, fuck off.
Yeah,
My milk buying habits are none of your fucking business. Maybe I'm making some custard and you should shut the fuck up.
Yeah. I mean, I just have some, like, there's just some lines I cross and some lines I don't. Like,
Yeah.
I'd never have a smart fridge, for example. Something about that just seems wrong, but, like, I will say I had, me getting a MacBook versus perhaps the average person on Biko getting a MacBook, I think is a lot better for me. Because I basically already had, like, a full Apple setup sans the computer. Like, I had my iPhone, I had my AirPods, I had my Apple TV. So I've already got, like, the big screen and the little screen.
Yeah, there's definitely a boon to like having pre-existing infrastructure.
Yeah, and I've got like 6 years of apps that I've already bought and shit like that. Like,
Dude's
Yeah.
got a $3,000 fucking iTunes playlist.
oh yeah, bro, I had the fucking before Apple Music, and I didn't have reliable internet for Spotify. Man had to buy his music. So yeah, I've got. I can't believe it. I can't I get my music for like £5 a month now, and just listening on my phone. The amount I used to spend per month just on songs and shit makes me cringe.
I mean, most of my like paying kind of it's very much been an investment in the sense that I did a lot of it when I was like 15, 16, 17.
Yeah, same age. Yeah, yeah.
And then it's kind of all just like been coasting through for the past almost it's almost a fucking decade.
But you don't find like your music listening habits have changed?
Oh, but they definitely like they've evolved and like things have been added to it, but I'm sorry, I'm just going through that moment where I realize I've been listening to fucking System of a Down for 10 years now. Just old. But, but yeah, obviously, like a lot of the weeb shit's been added to it. Some new stuff here and there, but then there's also been a lot of like, and not things I've bought yet, but just a lot of retroactive stuff, like going back and unironically getting into Limp Bizkit. The dude fucking. It's great when you realize it is very much like almost a character. Yeah, it's very much it's kind of like how, you know, someone's going to try and create a like really gritty fucking horrific depiction of war, and then Facebook mom starts saying that this is like supporting genocide or whatever the fuck. Like Fred Durst is absolutely being a meme
Okay.
on stage, and like if you don't know that, you're gonna think he's a fucking idiot.
Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying, but like, it can only go so far, I guess. Like, even if you're intentionally being retarded, like,
Look at me, I was only pretending.
yeah, at some point. I mean, I don't know jack shit about Fred Durst, so I'm not speaking in this specific scenario, but like just in general terms, like, yeah, it can only go so far.
I mean, I think it's easy to notice the difference though between like when the song is about fucking like, oh my god, my girlfriend broke up with me, I'm like so sad, and you know, this world is not worth living for, and fuck it. It's like, that's not being ironic, but just go back and listen to some of fucking Fred Durst's work. Go back and listen to just the entirety of Significant Other, and you'll know what I mean.
Yeah, but what if it's not about going back? What if you've like never listened to Fred Durst?
Go back
Like
and listen
me.
to Significant Other.
all right, fine.
That's what I'm saying. Like when I say go back and getting into this, I mean I was never like actually into Limp Bizkit. Like I knew one or two of the songs because they were ridiculously popular, but then it's just one of these days like, fuck it, let's see what this entire album's about. And I was like, oh damn, this fucks.
All right. Well, I tried getting out of it, but he I couldn't. So
What?
no, I was wording my thing like, what if I never had to rules lawyer to be like, I don't have to do it,
Yeah, you don't have to.
as I have never.
I'm not gonna force you to listen to Limp Bizkit unless we're stuck in the car together.
Okay. Uh,
Oh, me and SHG driving down the M25, blasting Limp Bizkit out of a Mini Cooper. It's gonna be great. Sad Beer on Guide live in 2022. Make it
I was
happen.
distracted by trying to remember the M25. That's the ring road around London, right?
I don't remember.
M25. It's really annoying. It shouldn't annoy me, but I was like, because I can't remember if that's the M20 or the M25. So yeah, it's the demarcation of London. Yeah, the main motorway.
I think mostly when I say that I'm really thinking of like the A1.
Yeah.
Yeah, which conveniently serves the same purpose as New Zealand's State Highway 1.
Based.
It is a road that goes all the way from Cape Reinga in the North Island, like the tippity tip top, goes down through Kaitaia, Whangarei, Auckland. You follow it along, skips Hamilton because Hamilton's a shithole. Goes through Taupō, skips me because I'm a shithole. Down to Wellington, and that's where you think it would stop. Except it technically starts again in Picton, where the ferry gets off.
No.
And then it goes through Blenheim, down the east coast of the South Island, through a bunch of places you've never heard of, goes through Christchurch, then goes through Dunedin, and ends in Invercargill, down at the bottom of the South Island.
Yeah.
Whereas your one just goes from London to Newcastle, and then probably a bit beyond that.
Yeah, it goes to
Yeah, there it
Edinburgh.
is. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
It follows the coast to Edinburgh, though. It doesn't go direct.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's like if you want to go anywhere in Newcastle, you've either taken. I'm looking at the map now. Apparently, the only other road is the A69. How the fuck did I not know about this?
Because your boy don't use roads.
Yeah. Our road linking east and west from Newcastle is literally the A69. My god, but yeah, it's like if you want to go south, you take the A1. If you want to go north, you take the A1. If you want to go west, you take the A69. If you want to go east, well, you got to get a boat.
I'll be honest, these get fucking ridiculous. Like, there's a certain point where you need to stop using this naming system because it makes no fucking sense. I'm looking at a road here right now between like Gainsborough and Lincolnshire Woods, and it's the A1103.
Yeah, so what that means is it's on the A1. It's then the first offshoot of the A1, which is the A11, or the A11, and then there'll be an offshoot further down the line where it loops around. So it'll be the third road off the A1, off the A1.
Okay,
First,
so it's not just the 1103rd road. It's there's a convention to the numbers.
Yeah. So like, So the A69, and then the road that goes off the A69 is the you got the A68, which is a linking road, and then you've got the A696. Yeah, that's the sixth road because you got the A697. Yeah, and the A695. Yeah. So it just means like it's like a tree. It's like a tree. Everything starts at the A1 and then A2. Yeah. It does look counterintuitive.
No, it kind of makes sense when you've seen that kind of system in other places, like German military acquisition.
Alright.
Yeah, they kind of do it, but half don't do it because things get like sidetracked with it. Like, we just want to call this like the F69 or whatever the fuck. But like they'll have like a 2-number system for their firearms, where like the first number denotes its caliber and the second number denotes its purpose
Right.
or something. It's something like that. So you'll have like the like we'll say like the G36. I think that's an example of it where like the 3 is the 5.56 NATO, and the 6 is like the assault rifle designation, you could say.
Okay, yeah.
And so before that, you'd have like the G26, which might be in fucking 9mm. I don't know.
Right, yeah.
And obviously like the G16, which is going to be like, I think it's the other way around because the G3 was the bog standard battle. You get the idea.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah. Well, I mean, in taking wrestling it from German military acquisitions,
Yes.
and wrestling it back to the fascinating topic
Of
British
MacBooks.
roads. No, not that far back. Of British roads. We fucked it up where you have A roads and B roads. And yeah, like B roads flow from A roads as well. But aren't we call them like dual carriageways, which is just a 4-lane road, like 2 lanes each way, and in other countries, but here that's a dual carriageway.
Yeah, I'm going to
And then
say
if it's-
before we continue, as someone who has watched a lot of Jay Foreman's videos, I don't think he's ever quite touched on the B roads. So this is very much new ground, and I am intrigued.
So there are 3 letter. See, I've done a bit of my road theory test, right? Practice. So there's 3 main letter designations.
So
You
I,
have A, B, and M.
yeah, so I can kind of guess that the M is like metro. And
M is motorway.
okay.
A lot of people call A also motorway, as well, but they're not. A's are dual carriageways, with some of them being larger than a dual carriageway.
So is this going to be some carryover from fucking 1872 when it was a
It's
lot of
gonna-
trains?
It's going to be a carryover from more like 62 AD, where the A roads are basically all Roman or Anglo-Saxon
Okay.
roads, like the old roads, and then the B roads were the natural kind of spots where you have to just, you know how in America you just have like the grids of roads.
Yeah.
Well, in the UK, they follow the contours of the land, and they're like the natural contours that were made over 1,000 years, right? Of like what's just the fastest route. So all the main arteries, it's just like a blood system. All the arteries are A roads, and all the veins are B roads.
Actually, I think I've seen this before. There was this fun little experiment where like they kind of made like a map of the UK with like lumps of sugar, and they got ants to almost make like a 1-to-1 replica of their fucking road system,
Yeah,
just like traveling between it.
yeah, exactly. So, and then it was like if there's any B roads where there's now sufficient sort of modern demand to upgrade the B road, it becomes an A road, and then the naming convention is, okay, well, that would link to the A1. There's already 3 roads that link to the A1, the A11, the A12, and the A13, so this will be the A14. And that's it.
Okay, so we need to go back because I didn't quite get what the B road was. I thought you were saying that like a B road was one of the sort of hubris of man roads where you just dig through a fucking mountain.
No. So, okay, basically, all roads are like thousands of years old, right?
Yeah, fair enough.
And then they got around to paving them,
Yes.
you know. So so they're all paved, and now they're all paved roads. And so the really significant ones, like, you know, the old road leading from Edinburgh to London,
Yes.
was the most significant road. So that's an A road, and it's the first one. So that's the A1. And they were made as dual carriageways, which meant they had 2 lanes of traffic on each side.
Okay.
And so all the really important roads became A roads.
All right. So what you're
um,
saying is New Zealand basically doesn't have a single fucking A road.
Yeah. So, and then all the other roads that had been paved were B roads. Now, you did have, like, C roads that were the tier below that, and shit like that, but I don't think C roads... I've never heard of a C road. I don't think they exist anymore. So, and then whenever a B road in modern times, you know, would be like, okay, sure, nobody 1,000 years ago cared about getting from Liverpool to Manchester, but now tons of people want to get from Liverpool to Manchester. Then that old little trail road that became a small little road is now extended, enlarged, and designated an A road. And whatever road it links to, that's where it gets its naming definition. The M roads are the hubris. The M roads are the 50s and 60s, where it's like, no, we need major arteries to link through it. And it doesn't fit to a lot of the structure. They're all the M roads. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
I understand completely now.
And then there's also really awkward. So, I mean, that's a big thing. The M25, right? The M25 was made as the ring road for London in the 50s. Lots of areas were leveled for it, so it's whatever. But the main road, even though it's technically not a motorway, even though it is a motorway, because it's not a dual carriageway anymore, it's way larger than that. But because it's an old historic road that links north to south, it's not M, it's A. And so the A1 is also technically the M1 at points, but it's the A1.
Yeah, there wasn't that also like a... Because they did spend all that money building the M25, and then, like, budget cuts happened. I
Yeah,
think that was a big part of it as well.
Yeah, I too watched Jay Foreman's video.
Yes, however, the B part was fascinating because that was not a Jay Foreman's video. I'm just looking at the M25 now, and like, that's one hell of a racetrack.
I think people have done it. Actually, I think apparently, memory serves me right, is actually apparently a really big thing, a very illegal thing with big fines to do.
Yeah,
To
but
try and
like,
race on the M25.
but like, Top Gear had to have tried, right?
I think so. Yeah. I think so.
And we race while still avoiding like the speed limit. Oh. It's one of those ones where it's like, if it was anywhere else, maybe it'd work, but just because it would cost so much money to like shut down a road for like that road for an event.
Yeah.
That's basically the only reason it's not going to happen.
Yeah. It's literally like, yeah, you can't even contemplate it. It would just never happen. Like, the M25 and the A1 are like the 2 most important roads. And I'd probably say technically, in a business sense, the M25 probably is even more important than even like the main one connecting the UK.
Yeah, as we all know, London's an insular shithole that nobody wants to go to except everyone.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh. They had to have also raced the A1 as well. Top Gear.
Oh, no, I remember that episode. Yes, they definitely have done the A1.
I guess on the topic of that, we have an entire movie about it. Like,
Do we?
our equivalent.
Right.
There is a popular movie from New Zealand called Goodbye Pork Pie. And about guy and like, well, two guys and a girl, as it ends up, like getting together and driving a rental Mini Cooper
Right.
from Auckland all the way to Invercargill, and it's just a shit show. I should honestly like just show that one night with the lads.
Yeah, fuck.
It's a hell of I mean it's more entertaining than watching someone beat the shit out of his missus because he can't cook fucking eggs.
No, that was pretty entertaining, to be fair. Not that scene specifically, but you know, the film. So I have to clarify that.
I mean, it was entertaining. It was entertaining for me in the sense of watching everyone else watch it.
Well, that's all entertaining is. Would I have rather watched it than not watch it? Yes.
Well, no, it's would I rather have watched you? And it's like, yes, because I kind of got to see you guys like, oh, Moon was not joking about this. He's beating his missus. I thought he was taking me for a ride like he always does.
I mean, say what you want, there were some massive arty vibes in that film, so...
I still have not watched The Sopranos.
No. You don't have to. You just gotta know the sticker. That's it.
No, I still feel I should probably watch it at some stage.
Sure,
Fuck
but
no.
I mean,
Fuck
I
nothing.
successfully showed the show once. That's given me my satisfaction. I don't need to do it again.
No, I'm not saying you have to, but like it's worked in the sense that it's on the to-do list. But fucking hell, the to-do list is weird.
Yeah, I think we talk about this every fucking episode.
We do.
Very
Like it's.
to-do
I mean,
list.
it's a relatable fucking thing. Everyone's got the to-do list they're not doing.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's why none of us are on the Sigma grind set. Not truly, anyway. Fuck, where was I going with shit? I had the list of things to talk about. Words. What the fuck was that? Was that a
A
cough? It was a cough. Okay.
Oh, the mic cuts when the volume thing
Yeah,
gets too high.
Yeah,
so,
it does. I don't know. Excuse me. No, what was I gonna say? All right. A follow up on Discord dramas from yesterday. My girlfriend got another set of flowers today.
Wait, what? Oh, okay.
Yeah, so there was, and it's getting to the point that we think that maybe there's just an error, because for those not in the Discord server, link in the description below, my girlfriend woke up yesterday to flowers, and she's like, oh my god, Moon, did you do this? And then I wake up, and it's like, what the fuck, no. It's like, okay, that's weird. Then she, like, asks her mum, like, Mum, did you send me flowers? I was like, no. She asks her, like, best friend, and they fucking didn't either.
Yeah.
And we don't know what the fuck happened. A lot of theories. It might be simps. It might be people trying to fucking rob the place.
Yeah.
But today she got more flowers with the same message, except the flowers are different. But this time they were addressed to a Jasmine, which is not my girlfriend's name. So we're starting to think maybe it's a bit fucky, and the flower company's made a foxy wuxy. The big bang bang doo doo.
I mean, let's hope so.
Yeah. It's bizarre. They said that she can keep them, so she's like, yay, free flowers. Assuming it is wrong. Like she messaged customer service like, what the fuck's going on? I've had 2 sets of flowers to my place. I don't know who it's from. It's to someone who is not my name. What's due? So hopefully that gets sorted. More updates in the future. Wordle. That was the other thing. You
Yeah, so
started playing Wordle.
Can I quickly segue from what you just said though, because I have something actually relevant, like
Have
to
you,
that.
have
if
you
that's
been
okay.
sending flowers?
No, but I received something today.
Fucking everyone
From-
received everything but me. It was one of those ones where it's like yesterday everyone got stuff except me.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
Yeah. I got a message. Sorry, message? No, I got a real thing from Skynet.
Oh right,
Um,
yes. I saw
who,
this. Go on.
So I can't remember how this started, but basically I agreed to become a Vancouver Canucks fan. Which is like getting somebody to agree to become a Newcastle fan.
Yeah. I
yeah.
mean, you're the closest thing I have to football, so
Yeah,
go
so
go
like
go
I
team.
yeah, I knew hockey, and I was kind of like a Bruins fan, but fuck supporting good teams that you feel no attachment to. Like, support shit teams, and that means if they eventually do good, then you feel like you've actually been there for the ride, you know?
Yes.
So, I was like, I don't, like, I picked Boston because it's New England and I'm from Old England, so that makes sense. But it turns out all the Boston teams are really fucking good. And as I grew older, I felt I was starting to feel a bit guilty with the fact that I hate Americans who support Manchester United, and yet I'm like a Patriots fan and a Red Sox fan and all that. I was like, no, I've got to pick new teams, and they've all got to be shit. And so talking about this with Sky, he kind of said offhandedly that he would get me a Canucks jersey. I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. Well, he did. Like, way later. He got me. I'm wearing it right now. It's quite warm. Like on top of my stuff. It's like I'm wearing a jacket, but I'm not. And he gave me a pack of Canadian cigarettes. And a nice letter. Yeah, just on the topic of receiving stuff. Thank you, Sky. I know you sometimes listen to the show. Really appreciate it.
If your name is Skynet and you are listening to this podcast, leave a comment in the description.
Okay, yeah, Wordle.
Yeah, it's a fun time.
Yeah, so I mean, it's generally more like I've been active on a different server.
Yes. It was crazy first time I saw it. I was like, what the fuck are you doing here?
Yeah, well, that was the thing. So on my list of servers, should I say the name of the server?
Fuck if you want.
Okay, well, I will. Artil server. It was always third on my list. Thing was, I was a brainlet and I would only ever go to one server. Like I'd only ever go to Biko. So it didn't really matter where all the other ones were placed. But you know, I would sometimes, if I had something really like once every 5 months, I would click on it, make a post, and not click on it again. But yeah, like I was active on another server because I set it up. I found that basically if I set up a server a right way, I can actually post on more than one server at one time. I'm not totally retarded. So I knew that I could do it, and
yeah, it's real easy. You just find porn, you post it in the mailing list, and then you like click to the next tab and you press Control V again. It's easy.
I'm to be honest, I use Discord mainly on my phone, to be fair. But that aside,
that makes it even easier. The clipboard function. I'll, like when I'm at work taking a shit, I just like browse to it and like copy link, and then I like just go in there and then I paste all 3 links in rapid succession. It's great.
Based.
until I remember that like the fourth link is porn, the third link is a cat, but then the second whatever is like porn as well. So then I got to delete the cat one and like change channels and post it again.
So such are the pains of modern existence.
Yes.
But yeah, it turns out that I mean my main thing with the Artel server was just that there was a ton of people on it.
Yes.
And there were tons of channels, and they were always filled with posts. Every time I click on it, it would always be like 50 plus posts. Whatever. So all I had to do was be told that it's basically the same people, mainly. Or whatever. And B, mute every other channel other than general. That's what I did.
I mean the only channels I have muted is Stonks and Serious. Because who the fuck goes there?
Well, I mean, I don't know. See, here's the thing. If this was my only server, I'd be on a lot more. And this is the thing. I don't feel overwhelmed. There's only one channel. And when I read that channel, then I just click on other channels, you know? And then so I've like slowly just been like, you know, weaning channels off. So I now have like, well, I did have art on. I redid it because there's a lot of art, but you know, yeah. So I get the notifications for general on the back alleys, and I check them. I'll be honest. Well, I have been wanting to use like to spread a bit more and not just be on one server. The main reason I used the back alleys is because Potato was talking about it, and Potato said it would be cool if I used it. And he's not on Pico, so
yeah. I'm guessing he really doesn't want to come back.
Oh yeah. Like I mean, I knew that when he left. He made it very clear. And I mean, it's not my server anymore, so you know, I don't feel the same attachment to Pico that I used to. You know, like I mean, I like it, but it's still my main server. But that's what I mean. So I'm trying to use more and more, and yeah, I hop on the back alleys, and of course, yes, everybody in the back alleys was playing this game.
You literally came like the day after we started.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, we've only played like 4 times now. I forget because we learned the first time around that the word of the day is literally based on your day. So first time around we all like posted it, and then it's like, damn, everyone's it's like, wait, why are we being like I got to the point where someone like we figured out we have different words.
Yeah.
And if we have different words, why are we being so secretive about the answers? And then it's like, I got favor, and everyone else was like, I got drink, and someone else said, I got drink. I even gave it to my girlfriend, and girlfriend got it. She's like, I got drink, and it's like, oh, what the fuck? And then I look at the post again, and because it's like a copy paste, like shareable answer, because they do like emotes for like blocks and shit. If you for that to make sense, go play Wordle. Link in the description below. And then it's when I realized like my word was word number 207, and everyone else had word number 206. It's like, oh, I think this is based on time zones.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's when I realized I'm a day ahead of everyone else playing Wordle.
I mean, have you tried the skipping the time, like moving system clock?
I haven't, because there's not much use in me like skipping forward when I'm literally
just doing 50 Wordles in a row. See you later, gamers.
Well, no, it's useless for me in the sense that like I'm already at plus 13 GMT. If someone wants to come like crank it forward to confirm, I'd appreciate it, but it's like not really something I can do.
Yeah,
I already played Wordle.
Yeah, but I mean, couldn't you put your clock 24 hours ahead?
Maybe.
And that's kind of what I was getting at. Like, is it all stored? Like,
It's like the thing is, it's a fun game, but there seems to be a lot of inconsistencies. In the sense, one, this seems like a massive fucking like oversight. So, the developers of Wordle, fix your shit. Like, I doubt this is a hard thing to fix. Just like standardize on a time zone. Secondly, it's under the domain of .co.uk, and it uses American spelling.
yeah, I have to say, big thank you for that. I think the first one I did was Favor, I think.
Yeah.
Spoilers for Wordle 3 days ago. And yeah, if I didn't know it was American spelling, which I didn't even think about, I would not have gotten Favor. So yeah, that's been a thing. But yeah, it's a fun little game. I thought it was like a Discord bot when I was seeing like on my first day posting, and at that point I was just trying like. I mean, it's quite weird because, like, I think a couple of people know me there, but I've never really been active. And I used to go on Arto streams like years ago, so I know Arto knows me, but like,
Yeah.
other people. So it's kind of like I'm half new, but I've also been there for like 4 or 5 years. So like,
I mean, at this
It's
point,
definitely-
to be fair, like the community he's garnered, there's a lot of people like that.
okay.
Where like, because I mean, the server's only been around since like 2016-ish. But the community he's garnered has been around for like well over a decade. So occasionally
Right.
people will pop in and it's like, oh yeah, I'm married and have like 2 kids now. And by that point, a lot of the active users might not know who the fuck it is.
right.
But yeah. So, like, you're not alone. Granted, not to the degree that you're, like, married and have kids, but...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like, yeah, it's like half. I feel like half I'm a new person, and again, because I pretty much only use one server, I've not had to like learn new people.
A one
So,
server, Andy.
Yeah. So yeah. So I was basically just trying not to like fucking embarrass myself, and look, I just saw everybody posting these weird blocks, and I was like, is this like a bot thing? Like, do I have to put .wordle in? I was like, you know what? I'll ask somebody first before I type the .wordle. And yeah, you told me about it.
It's the great thing to do on like Twitch chats is just go into like random Twitch things and just post like exclamation point gift. Or no, or like whatever it is, like giveaway, like exclamation point giveaway, and just starting a chain of people saying it for no fucking reason.
Have you done that before?
Yes.
Man, you're something else, you know that.
I am entropy
You
incarnate.
do a little bit of trolling.
Yeah, it's a fun time. I recommend it.
But yeah, anyway. Back Alley says chill. I don't know if the link will be in the description, I guess.
I'm not gonna put the link in the
Uh,
description.
Based. But
Wait, how are we for time?
I think we'd be doing it for an hour 20.
Something like that. The fun, but back. I said we'll get to the cases. Fun thing at work happened.
No. Oh yeah. So this is a callback from an hour ago. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
They've mandated the vaccine.
Oh, okay.
So, okay. It's one of those things where it's like technically they haven't forced us yet.
Yeah.
But they're in the talks, and like, let's be honest, they're not gonna say no.
Yeah.
So at the end of the month, they're gonna come to that conclusion, and then I've got 2 months to either get the vaccine or get another job.
And how seriously are you considering the latter?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's
Uh,
it's been no short amount of stress for me for the past few days.
what are you stressed about?
After a certain point, it's not about the vaccine, but my principles.
Okay.
Like-
right. Yeah.
Like, there's a certain degree where it's like, for the past 7 years, I've kind of made myself into the person I want to be as this essentially uncompromising asshole.
Yeah.
And if I fucking I've said it before when it comes to like leadership, like, it's easy to be a good leader until you're challenged.
Mm.
And it's like, this is essentially the first time I've really been challenged on this. And so the way I see it is, if I give in now to something I don't entirely believe in, what
Define don't entirely believe in.
I think the vaccine in its current state is a crock of shit. I think the reasoning for getting it at this point is a crock of shit. Especially the reasons they give, which is it's because it doesn't fucking stop transmissibility. That's the entire reason they want me to get it. Or at least the reason they say. The truth, as far as I'm concerned, the real reason they want me to get the vaccine is because it's bad for business to be known as the company that gave their employees a choice.
Yeah. Most likely, yeah. Most likely, maybe it's government related. Maybe they're being told that, you know, they got to do it, and yeah, it's money.
I don't think they are. I think because there's essentially two major. I'm not going to say supermarket chains, but like supermarket chain parent companies. We'll say, like, like the company will own a high-end supermarket and a low-end supermarket.
Yeah.
And,
No, I
and
get what
play
you
the
mean.
field, yeah. And yeah, the major competitor has already forced their employees to go through with it.
I mean,
So-
all I can say is like, I'm sorry.
I'm just saying, like, at the end of the day, it's bad optics to, like, the way it can be marketed as, oh, this company has unvaccinated people in it. It's gross. I don't want to shop there.
I'll be honest. Like, I don't like how in sort of the current climate, you can't really talk about the vaccine in a critical sense without being put into one camp. Are you pro or are you anti? If you're anti, you think is a huge conspiracy and all that, and if you're pro, you're fine with the government just putting forward any authoritarian legislation forward. Or do you do like science? Do you trust science? And it's more complicated than that. And for some reason, this, like everything else, has just become polarized.
Yeah.
All I can say is, in my case, I waited as long as possible to get the vaccine until I had to do it. Then I had to do it. And I did it. Like, so I fully accept waiting. I'm not a vaccine skeptic. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Like, in a insidious way. I had concerns about it being rushed, which is why I waited as long as possible. So hopefully all the kinks could be worked out. But at the end of the day, if
On that note, and I was the same way. have you heard anything about them releasing like a Pfizer Mark II?
Oh,
Because I haven't.
no. Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. I'm definitely getting tired of a lot of this shit. You know.
Yeah, there's that as well.
But,
And I
like,
mean, like I'm at the same point, like I'm not saying don't get the vaccine.
Yeah.
I'm saying do what you think is right.
Yeah.
The,
yeah, that's what I mean.
the issue is I feel like I have my reputation to consider here.
Yeah, but I mean, all I can say to that is anybody who will think less of you for not quitting your job, or how less of you for getting a vaccine, is probably somebody who I personally wouldn't give much of a shit about. You know what I mean?
What if that person is me?
Then that's what I mean. That person isn't me. You know. So, like, I don't have I have an ideological problem with how I think COVID has been taken advantage of for political reasons by authoritarians in the government. But I don't, like I say, I didn't fundamentally have a problem with it. In like, if it's, and I get the whole thing that it doesn't actually help with transmission and shit. But meh, to me,
The thing is, it's because I've had to think about how to word this for a few days. It frustrates me in the sense that it feels like the government is calling my bluff, and it's not the fact that I hate that they're calling my bluff. I hate the fact that it's a bluff.
yeah.
I feel like over the past couple years, I've just gotten not necessarily weak, but I actually have something to lose now.
Yeah.
You know, like 3 years ago, I probably could have just like quit my job without giving a shit.
Yeah.
But now I have things to fucking aspire to and things to maintain, and I can't do that
Course, yeah.
without fucking income. There's a part of me that, and it's like, it's like all those fun options. Like it would have been fun 3 years ago to fantasize about fucking killing the prime minister. Yes, I'm gonna get the podcast on a fucking watch list. But yeah, I'm tired of her shit. But I can't on good conscience just think about doing shit like that anymore, and I hate it.
I get what you're saying, and
It's a great fucking, yeah, I don't know.
I totally understand. I just can't be in the same mindset of like I don't have enough of a problem to make a principled stand because it's a principle I personally don't have in regards to this. But I get what you're saying.
But yeah, in summary, I was happier when I felt like I could just piss my life away.
That means I'll be fully honest with you. If you fucking quit your job, I'll definitely think somewhat less of you.
I mean, it's one thing to quit a job, but the more correct answer is there is find alternative employment.
Yeah, no. I mean, quit your job. Yeah, there's plenty of reasons to quit your job. I mean, quit your job with no plan just because you have to feel like you've got to stick to your government on principles who aren't targeting you anyway, but you feel like they're targeting you. That's what I mean. But do whatever you feel.
Yeah,
literally doesn't impact me at all.
Yeah.
So
I've still got a bit of time. Apparently I have till like the end of the month to like anonymously email the board of directors to tell them to suck a fucking cock. And then after that it's kind of like I'm going to have HR down my throat. asking me, it's like, have you got the vaccine yet? And I can just go tell them to go suck a fucking dick until like March or something, and then I have to either. Well, it's not quite much. I either have to be vaccinated, I can't be half vaccinated.
Oh, okay.
So it's not like I can go in the last day and it's like, look, I got my first jab. No, I kind of got to like have it all sorted before then.
If they decide to go through with it, which you're
If
saying they're definitely going to.
they're absolutely going to go through with it.
Well,
So that's
don't-
my fucking goings on.
I just wish whatever you decide to do is, I think as long as you think it through and as long as you have a plan.
There's also the other stipulation that my girlfriend didn't have to worry about, because apparently, like, in her line of work, she was forced to get the vaccine, but they haven't forced the booster shots. However, they've said, like, as they lined out in the meeting I had on Thursday about this, like, yeah, if you want to keep working here, you got to keep up to date with the boosters as well.
Yeah.
Because
And-
again, that's gonna fucking do anything.
Yeah, I'm with that. I'm gonna wait as long as possible until I'm told that people cannot come to university or cannot travel or whatever unless they have their booster, and then I'll get it. But yeah,
I just want to be left the fuck alone, eh? That's
I just want to live in a world where a Chinese man didn't eat a bat one day. Fuck.
I just want to live in my hole and be left the fuck alone. That's the other plan, really, is just dump all my savings into lottery tickets. See if I can just like quit the job, not need a job at all,
Hmm.
and tell the government to go suck my fucking nuts.
I know apparently there was that thing. There was a thing regarding like MIT students where in one of the US state lotteries they found out that essentially they did the maths wrong, and that's statistically if you were to buy like 1 million tickets, like pay $1 million for tickets, you statistically should win 1.2 million, just because they hadn't done the maths to correctly figure out like the scale of tickets. So there were like students that for a while until like a paper was written about it, and the company learned that did make money off playing the lottery. So you know, so that might have been in the 1970s. So,
Probably
yeah. I don't know if that will apply to the New Zealand lottery, but
not quite. I did like high school level maths of it years ago, and the guaranteed investment to pay off is like offset by magnitudes of 10.
no.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it's gonna cost what 100 to $1 billion. Well, 100 million to $1 billion to like guarantee it win.
That's something like 10 million.
I mean, it varies. Like, it jackpots to about, I think it's like 40 million now, which means
Okay.
like 3 months of nobody winning.
Yeah. We have like 5 different lotteries, I think.
Are they state run over there, or?
No. It's like national. So we have like the national lottery, and then we have like, so you've got Euro Millions, which is the lottery that like funnily enough, a bunch of European countries are part of, and that's like the insane amount of money. Like that's like you're talking like hundreds of millions, are in that, like that part, and then the national lottery I think the top one is about like, you know, like teens of millions. But then you also have things like Thunderball and like ones that are lower that are essentially the jackpot's like maybe 100k or 250k, but like, you know, 2 people will win every week, you know. So
Yeah,
it's kind of like the scratch card thing of like
Yeah.
there's multiple levels, yeah.
I mean,
And then we
we
also
have
have
like
scratch
multiple
cards.
levels of the lottery. The thing is, they're all run by the same entity.
Oh yeah, same here, yeah. It's all the national lottery.
The National Lottery Commission, or whatever.
Or is that what it's called there?
I don't know. Point is, I don't
Um,
fucking win. Ugh. It's all so fucking tiresome.
yeah, I'm glad I've never. Maybe I said this to you. I can't remember, but it's like I'm glad I've never bought a scratch card because I feel like I would be highly susceptible to IRL gacha. So
I've never,
I'm just glad,
I've never bought the scratch cards. I've gotten them. Like it was like the go-to Christmas present from my grandparents.
bruh.
Where I'd get
Scratch card?
yeah, they'd give me an envelope and there would be a Christmas card with $5 and a bunch of scratch cards from like the ages of 13 till about 18.
Well, yeah, that wouldn't be allowed here if you were. Oh, well, no, I guess your parents would redeem it for you, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean over the and like so I had this like every birthday and Christmas for like 5 years, and I think my net wins was like $20. Oh no, yeah, well not my net, my gross, because obviously fucking scratch cards cost money.
Yeah.
So I got fucking nothing.
But you got the excitement of scratching them, I guess, on
Pain in the ass,
Christmas
really.
Day.
It's a fucking mess. It's
Mm.
just fucking paper scrapes everywhere. It's disgusting.
I know, like, my mother played for a while when she was trying. I can't remember what it was, but basically she had to find that she always had to break change, and rather than she was trying to quit chocolate. That's what it was, and so she
By gambling.
yeah, no. So basically, she wouldn't buy chocolate just to eat, but what she found was, I've got to take the bus. Crap, I've just took my money out. It's a 20, it's a 20 note. I've got to buy something. I'll buy a bag of chocolate, And so she was like, I don't want to do that anymore. So instead, she started buying scratch cards. Like she'd just get one scratch card to. So that's my only real experience with scratch cards. It was like her one a week that she would get to break a note. Because at that time they wouldn't accept high value notes on the bus.
I see. And then inflation happened, and they have to.
Yeah. I mean, they would accept it. They just wouldn't give you change. They'll happily take your £20 note, but for your £3 ticket, you ain't getting anything back. Yeah, as you say, inflation occurred.
And now it costs $20 to get on the bus. It's crazy.
Yeah, pretty much.
Fucking clown world.
My ticket, I think, would be 28 New Zealand dollars. I think.
Fuck me.
Yeah.
That's ew. It's disgusting.
Yeah, that's just for the bus. Forget the fucking train. Ugh.
Damn, those fucking bus unions, man. Ruining everything.
Is there anything else?
I think that's about it.
I had to fucking buy a film.
Oh?
Fucking Quentin Tarantino got me. Absolutely did me.
Go on.
I put off writing all my essays, of course. So I had to write them like the day of / day before. And I had to do my Chinese cinema one. I can say how the professor's actually absolutely done us all as well. But I was doing my essay on the film Hero, and I watched Hero like years ago, but I hadn't actually got around to watching it. And it was the night before, and it wasn't available on any streaming site. And I didn't, like, I couldn't be asked to try, and like I'd have to boot up my PC to torrent it, so I was like, oh fuck. So I had to buy, so it was fairly cheap, so I bought the film, downloaded it, and I go up to watching. The first thing that came up was like, presented by Quentin Tarantino. I was like, fucking hell. So to complete my essay in time, I had to spend £6 golden. It's good. That's all went to fucking Quentin. It's not even his film. It's not a Tarantino film, but he bought the international distribution rights. So
Based?
yeah, he gets the cash. Fucking China and Quentin. But the professor's done us all in that when we did Chinese, like the thing for Chinese cinema was all about like Bruce Lee, and like Hero's got like a Jet Li in it, and you know it's all like kung fu films and you know wuxia films and you know martial arts films is the word I was looking for, and you know they were pretty fun to watch. You know, Hero was a good film. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, House of Flying Daggers, you know, classic martial arts films. And we get back, and it's literally my first class of the new term, and we sit down, and our professor talks about what we're going to be covering. He says, "Okay, so the first film, I need you guys all to watch it for next Monday is the something like Women's Liberation Red Army Detachment." It's like, oh fuck. We all picked the class to do martial arts films, and now we have to watch 1950s, 1960s CCP propaganda. Oh. And he's just listing off all the films that we have to watch, and it's like, yes, we have to watch a film about this amazing 19-year-old Red Army soldier who helps everybody around him. Bruh. So, yeah, I have to spend a bunch of time watching literal propaganda now. Like
Alright.
Maoist era propaganda.
Yeah, so if you need me to like kick the shit out of you, just bring you back to reality, just let me know.
Thanks, man.
No worries.
Appreciate it.
Just doing my part.
Kick the commie out. Luckily, because it's all commies, the films are available for free on YouTube.
Based?
I was actually thinking about, I'm like, I might just fucking stream one. Well, because if I have to watch it, I might try and subjugate some other people to watch it.
I mean, I'd probably tag along for a laugh.
Yeah, well, yeah. Maybe look out for that this weekend. And so that's when I have to watch Red Army.
If that sounds interesting to you, you can join the Discord, link in the description below. Despite the fact that it's probably going to be over, like, before
the episode is edited and put out. Let me, sorry, just before we end it, let me just, I want to be clear on what film it is, because I should probably know this. Red Detachment of Women. That's it. Red Detachment of Women. Apparently there's a ballet version as well.
I want to detach from women.
No, you don't. You seem to be very happy.
Thanks for coming, everyone.
Yeah.
Bye.
See ya.